Details in the largest college admissions scam ever discovered. A 100-year-old campus building could soon be getting a multi-million-dollar facelift, and the Jazz fan who engaged with Thunderstar Russell Westbrook is permanently banned. This is OU Nightly.
No mistake, this is not a case where parents were acting in the best interests of their children. This is a case where they flaunted their wealth, sparing no expense, to cheat the system so they could set their children up for success with the best education money could buy, literally.
Thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm Storme Jones.
And I'm Tori King. We begin with a shocking story this afternoon, something officials are calling Operation Varsity Blues. 50
people arrested in connection to the largest college admission scam ever, including people you may have seen on TV. Kristen Holmes tells us who is caught up in this and how it all went down.
Here today to announce charges in the largest college admissions scam ever prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
A massive FBI investigation coming to a head. The Justice Department charging 50 people in an elaborate scheme aimed at securing admission to prestigious universities.
We have charged 3 people who organized these scams, 2 SAT or ACT exam administrators, 1 exam proctor, 1 college administrator, 9 coaches at elite schools, and 33 parents.
Among the parents charged are several notable names, including CEOs, a fashion designer, and actresses Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman. Much of the indictment revolves around a man named William Singer, the founder of a college preparation business. The scam worked in 2 ways, through test scores and athletics.
For every student admitted through fraud, an honest, genuinely talented student was rejected.
Singer pleaded guilty today to racketeering conspiracy, money laundering, tax conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. He faces up to 65 years in jail and a $1.25 million fine.
And we'll be sure to follow that story. The big story here locally is the weather. We're in for a rough 24 hours. Trey Bell joins us with the first look at the forecasts. Trey?
Yeah, guys, we've got big changes on the way for our weather. We do have a high wind warning in effect in the teal color, so much of central and western Oklahoma, and then a wind advisory in the blue color, and this is in effect until 1 a.m. on Thursday. So this is future radar and satellite through the evening. We'll have some showers west of Oklahoma City. Those will continue, but then later on this evening, another stronger line of thunderstorms sets up in the Texas Panhandle, and that will affect us in the early morning hours of tomorrow. So storms tonight, high wind warning in effect, but sunshine is on the way, so there's a positive to all of this. Back to you guys at the desk.
In September, OU President James Gallagly announced a generous gift from an OU ROTC alum, James Mulva, and his wife, Miriam.
And part of the gift was intended to renovate the OU Armory. Nightly's Ashley Eddy is here with a look at what the renovations include. Ashley?
The OU Armory will likely see renovations, $8.5 million renovations at that. And the OU Board of Regents will likely meet tomorrow and discuss contracts and design plans. These sketches show the planned improvements. The renovations will probably begin this summer and finish in a year. Included in the project is a new heating and air conditioning system, upgrades to classroom space and offices, and student areas. The renovations also include Kate Center 4 turning into an Air Force ROTC area and classroom. And the rest of the donated money will go towards a scholarship fund for the ROTC students. Reporting live at the OU Armory, Ashley Eddy.
Thanks, Ashley. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the deadly plane crash in Ethiopia over the weekend. Alex Antonides joins us now to talk about the measures that airplanes will be taking.
Yeah, Tori, multiple airlines around the world are grounding the new Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes following a second deadly crash in less than 6 months. And now officials are searching for answers as to what has caused these planes to go down. Now, today, officials are investigating the black boxes from the Ethiopian flight that crashed over the weekend, and the FAA hopes that the recovery of the boxes will lead investigators to answers regarding the crash. Now, China and Indonesian airlines have grounded all 737 MAX 8 planes until more information is discovered as to what has caused these two tragic crashes in the last 6 months. And two major U.S. airlines, Southwest and American Airlines, fly the MAX 8 and say they will continue to do so for now, leaving some passengers uneasy. Now, today, the maker of the plane released a statement saying safety is Boeing's #1 priority, and we will have full confidence in the safety of the MAX. And it's also important to note that the Federal Aviation Administration is not mandating any further action at this time. Now, Storme and Tori, there are a few Southwest Airlines MAX 8s that fly out of Oklahoma City's airport, but Southwest says they have full confidence in the safety of their fleet. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thanks for the update on that frightening story, Alex. Today, representatives are responding to Speaker Nancy Pelosi's statement on the impeachment of President Donald Trump. Claire Easley is in the news center with more. Claire?
Yes, representatives are commenting on Pelosi's decision to not support impeaching Trump. Some agree with Pelosi on her decision, although others in the House do not.
I don't think it's good for the country. Well, I think Nancy Pelosi is smart to say that there shouldn't be an impeachment because there's no grounds to do it.
The resolution is just one of the first steps. This is to hold him accountable to the rule of law, to the Constitution that I took an oath to uphold.
Several committees are currently conducting investigations designed to produce evidence that could be used to impeach Trump. The U.S. is withdrawing all remaining diplomatic personnel from its embassy in Caracas. This following the decision made in January, which the State Department ordered.
We made the decision yesterday that it just was prudent to get these folks back. The situation there is deteriorating. I should say that this does not represent any change in U.S. policy toward Venezuela.
U.S. non-emergency government employees are being instructed to depart because of the ongoing diplomatic crisis in the country. Abrams goes on to say that this does not reduce our commitment to the Venezuelan people. And British Prime Minister Theresa May has suffered another devastating loss in Parliament. UK citizens have their doubts on the new Brexit deal and whether or not it would pass.
I think the vote will not be passed today.
What happens in Parliament is up to them to be. We'll make do how we feel is necessary.
Lawmakers voted against Prime Minister May's Brexit deal 391 to 242. And guys, more than 2,000 people in immigration and customs enforcement custody are being quarantined amid an outbreak of mumps and other diseases. That's all from News Center. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Claire.
Wait till you hear the war of words between Thunder superstar Russell Westbrook and an opposing team's fan. Our sports team has the latest.
Plus, many people keep their credit cards and student IDs on their cell phones. Hear why and how the driver's licenses could be next.
And Amazon's third-party vendors could have more flexibility on pricing. Stay with us.
Stormy Daniels just announced Clark Brewster as her new legal counsel today. Brewster also represents former OU president David Boren. A prominent Tulsa lawyer, Brewster is part of the legal team tasked with defending Boren against his current allegations of serious misconduct, all things that happened during his presidency, allegedly. Daniels said via Twitter, Brewster will serve as her personal lawyer and will review all of her legal matters.
Credit cards, student IDs, and so much personal information we keep on our phones these days. Just how much? And would you be willing to add driver's licenses to that list? OU Nightly's Taitum Wilson has more on an Oklahoma plan. Taitum.
Governor Kevin Stitt's administration is working on a program that could lead to many Oklahomans leaving their wallets at home in favor of just their cell phones.
The digital driver's license is our first step into providing 100% state services to you. So everywhere where you intersect, the state government and eventually local government will be on one branded app.
That means anytime you're asked to show identification, whether it be a police officer or a bartender, you would just need to pull out your phone.
If you get pulled over at night, the officer will have the ability to digitally connect with you. You'll get an immediate text message that says, for your safety and ours, please stay in your car. They could issue you a wireless ticket if they wanted to, and frankly, if there's no need to pull you out of the car, that might be the end of your meeting with law enforcement.
The app, called IDEMIA, also allows you to choose what information you want people to see. So a liquor store attendant will only see that you're over 21, not your address or even your name. This may be convenient, but is it secure? Some cybersecurity experts say it largely depends on the server.
The security risk at the user side, it can be minimized. But at the server side, that's a different story.
Ostro is confident in the app's security.
The new process is Department of Defense level facial recognition. It's as secure can get.
Ostro says testing should start next month, and Oklahomans could be using digital driver's licenses as early as October.
Digital driver's licenses may just be the first step. Ostro says the ultimate goal is to put multiple important documents in one place. In the future, Oklahomans could have their license, birth certificate, insurance, and more, all on their cell phones. Tori, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Taitum. Vendors on Amazon now have more freedom on prices than ever before. Amazon had a policy change for its third-party sellers. The company used to prohibit them from listing products on their own websites for less money, but as of Monday, Amazon confirmed that policy was revoked, effective immediately. There was concern that the previous policy might have been price parity, which violates U.S. antitrust law.
From low prices to getting you where you need to be quickly, it's easy to see the benefits of electric scooters, but one new study highlights the environmental benefits. The details up next.
And it's been a dreary day across the area. Trey Bell has more on how long this weather will stick around. Trey?
Yeah, guys, this drizzle is going to stay with us tonight, but some strong thunderstorms are on the way for tonight as well, but we will see sun tomorrow. I'll have more after the break. Back to OT Nightly. It's been a dreary day today. Here's a view of downtown Oklahoma City from our skyline cam. Notice the low clouds. You can barely see the top half of the Devon Tower, and this will remain this way for the remainder of the evening. But some changes are on the way. So it's 57 degrees right now. It's hazy. It's foggy outside. Winds are light out of the southeast, and the dew point is exactly the temperature. That's why we have these low clouds that are clearly visible. So again, wind advisories in effect, high wind warning in the teal color for much of western Oklahoma, and then wind advisories are in effect in the blue. So here's national satellite and radar. This is the past 12 hours. So this powerful low pressure system driving much of these showers and thunderstorms across the region. A new severe thunderstorm watch now issued by the National Weather Service in southwestern Texas. And then more showers and thunderstorms will develop for us overnight. So let's check that out. Here's future radar. Notice a line of thunderstorms develop early tomorrow morning, move off. Check out this counterclockwise spin of that low pressure system as it moves off to the northeast, bringing blizzard conditions to the Rockies and severe weather off to our friends in the east in Arkansas. So bringing it back home, showers will continue tonight. And then as we approach the early morning hours, here's 2 a.m. Wednesday, line of showers and thunderstorms in western Oklahoma, and that marches east throughout the early morning hours. So as you're waking up, it's going to be loud. Be sure to grab your umbrella out the door. But then this pushes off and we're left with sunshine. But in trade for that sunshine, we'll have ripping southwest winds. That in just a moment. So we do have a slight risk for severe weather, mainly some large hail, transitioning to a severe wind threat. So here's winds associated with that line of thunderstorms tomorrow morning, and then winds near 30 miles an hour tomorrow afternoon, gusting near 50, and that will be the case through the remainder of the day. North winds transition in the early morning hours of Thursday, and then strong winds out of the northwest early Thursday morning. So rain chances increase through the evening hours tomorrow morning. We're waking up 100% chance of rain, 6 a.m. Evening planner warming actually into the 60s tonight, and then lows tonight 56 in Oklahoma City, 67 in Norman, and then that 2-day forecast of storms possible in the morning, and then we're pretty dry for the next 7 days. Might have a small rain chance early next week, but other than that, spring break looks absolutely beautiful, guys.
All right, starting to feel like spring, just in time for spring break.
For sure. Perfect timing.
Thank you.
Of course.
And media attention on electronic scooters has often focused on some negatives, but there are obvious positive benefits as well. One overlooked benefit is the environmental impact they have, a very low carbon footprint.
I definitely feel that if we don't take care of the earth, then we won't have it. So I feel like this is a good step forward in being able to move around quickly.
A ride from Campus Corner to the dorms takes about 7 minutes. It costs $2 and Lime claims it's carbon-free.
And coming up on OU Nightly, Kelsey Hovanetz gives us a look ahead to Oklahoma's upcoming Pro Day.
She'll tell you all about how it could affect Kyler Murray's draft stocks.
Yeah, Storme and Tori, I'll have more on that. And a heated exchange between a fan and a former NBA MVP had some very interesting implications. Sports is next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Kelsey Hovanetz. Breaking news, OKC star guard Russell Westbrook has been fined $25,000 for a verbal altercation with a fan last night. Plenty more on that in just a moment. As for the game itself, the Thunder earned a season sweep of the Utah Jazz with a 98-89 victory. Dennis Schroeder paced OKC with 24 points while Westbrook racked up 23. However, the biggest story of the night was what happened off the court. For the full story, we turn to James Myers. James.
That's right, Kelsey. Russell Westbrook got into it with a Jazz fan during the game last night. Allegedly, the fan made disrespectful comments to Westbrook, which sparked this reaction. After the game, both Westbrook and the fan, Shane Kiesel, related their side of the incident to the media. Here's what the two had to say.
How it started was a young man and his wife in the stands told me to get down on my knees like he used to. And for me, that's just completely disrespectful.
I thought it was ice. I just told him, I'm like, just sit down and ice your knees, bro. And he turned to me and he's like, that's heat, that's heat. And I'm like, well, you're gonna need it. And then it turned into not safe for work.
But wait, there's more to the story. On Kiesel's personal Twitter account, which has now been deleted, he directed several derogatory statements towards Westbrook last year. The Jazz have permanently banned Kiesel from attending future games. And to add to all the madness, Kiesel has indicated that he intends to file a lawsuit against Westbrook. Back to you, Kelsey.
Thanks, James. Well, looking ahead to a big day for some former OU stars, tomorrow Oklahoma will host their Pro Day. All 32 teams and over 100 members of the media have been credentialed for the event, and all eyes will be on Kyler Murray. Murray will go through a full scope of measurements, run the 40-yard dash, and go through his throwing regimen. And several Sooners took home Big 12 men's basketball awards over the weekend, including Christian Doolittle, who was voted Most Improved Player. Conference MVP went to Texas Tech's Jarrett Culver, whom the Sooners will have to contain should they advance to face the Red Raiders in the second round of this week's conference tournament. And as for women's hoops, Sherry Cole is shaking up her staff after a monumentally disappointing season. She announced today that assistant coaches Pam DaCosta and Chad Thrillkill won't be returning next year. This comes after the Lady Sooners posted a season record of just 8-22. And sophomore Levi Prater was named Big 12 Pitcher of the Week after a sharp performance at Rice on Sunday. He tossed 8 shutout innings, allowing just 3 hits and 1 walk, and allowing just 2 runners to reach second base. Prater wasn't the only player to win a Pitcher of the Week award. Junior softball player Shannon Sale took home the award this week as well after not allowing a single run in 3 consecutive outings. And OU baseball is back on the diamond tonight against the University of Texas at Arlington in Norman at 6:30. The Sooners are flying high after winning 2 of 3 against Rice over the weekend. OU sits at 13-3 on the season. And I think I have my pick for the best bench in the NBA. Just take a look at the Brooklyn Nets bench celebration. In their 103-75 win against the Pistons yesterday, they turned the court into the dance floor. Honestly, I have no rhythm, but that is pretty dang cool.
Quite the celebration. Thanks,
Truly.
Kelsey.
Also, you can get a free breakfast and do a good deed today.
We'll tell you how when we come back.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Taylor Cox at the Update Desk. California is working to get the Colorado River Drought Contingency Plan approved after missing multiple deadlines from the federal government. Most of the 7 states that are affected by the river have already signed off on plans to keep the water from crashing during prolonged drought, climate change, and increased water demands. Arizona is also working to approve a contingency plan, and both Arizona and California have until March 19th to make a decision. Back to you at the desk.
Alrighty, thank you, Taylor. In case you didn't know, today is Free Pancake Day at IHOP. You can walk into any IHOP restaurant and get a free short stack of original pancakes for, you heard it, free.
IHOP is taking donations, and this year is giving all proceeds to help children fighting critical illnesses. There are some rules, though. Free pancake specials are for dine-in guests only, so you can't take it to go, and pancakes are only while supplies last. IHOP has been celebrating Free Pancake Day since 2006 and has raised nearly $30 million for charity.
You know, I have not had a good stack of short cakes in a while, and this sounds like a perfect opportunity to do it.
Exactly. There's no rule against going to multiple IHOPs, y'all.
Oh, yeah,
so
totally.
The best day of the whole year.
And on a rainy day like today, it's just perfect.
Absolutely, any time of the day too. So
that's good.
Yeah. We do have some drizzle sticking around for the rest of today, but some strong thunderstorms will be greeting us tomorrow morning.
Alrighty,
Perfect.
thank you, Trey, and thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you right back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.